Having an accountable laws to people, lawmakers, or people in high office or institution in a country is what is termed or meant to be rule of law. Well, my name is Vidashi Essay, and I'm here to discuss with you Africa's best rule of law countries in Africa. Guess what? Do you think your country is part of this? Let's learn and listen. Let's go. Alright, so I jump on this post on X, a page called African Fact Zone that is shared mostly African facts, and it says African countries with the best rule of law. So number 1 we have Rwanda, number 2 Namibia, number 3 Mauritius, number 4 Botswana, number 5 South Africa, number 6 Senegal, number 7 Ghana, number 8 Malawi, number 9 Tunisia, and then number 10 Algeria. Well, so these are African countries with the best rule of law. Was your country listed here or mentioned here? If you know your country was not listed here, under the comment section, let me see which country in Africa you're from and why do you think your country should be here or should not be here, okay? Let me know under the comment section. Let's go. But before anything else, see this person came under the comment section and says, a whole dictatorship country at number 1. This must be a joke. Yo! This post seems interesting, right? This post seems interesting. Man is saying that a whole dictatorship is number 1 on this list. Wow, this must be what? A joke. Well, let's continue with this. Alright, so as African Fact Zone shared this post, their source of this whole thing was 2023 World Justice Project Rule of Law Index. 2023 World Justice Project Rule of Law Index. So let's go inside and see what was their criteria to this. Let's go. All right, so I went into the 2023 World Justice Project Rule of Law Index and I found out this. This says the index comprehensive approach offers original in-depth data organized into 8 factors that comprise the concept of the rule of law. So number 1, constraints on government powers. Number 2, absence of corruption. Number 3, open government. Number 4, fundamental rights. Number 5, order and security. Number 6, regulatory enforcement. Number 7, civil justice. And number 8, criminal justice. Okay, so these are the emphasizes or the things that they use to group, or their criteria they use to group these countries into Africa's best rule of law countries. So they say that number 1, the constraints on government powers. How does the country's government really uses its powers to control the people of the country or the institution? Okay. Number 2 is absence of corruption. How best is the country's corruption index is? How is the country being run? Is that your country really corrupted? Number 3 is open government. Is your government really open, or is it free and fair for public to share their opinions? Is it really good for the media to also share light on some issues? That the media have free or fair things to do or operate in the country. Number 4, they says fundamental rights. How is your right being given as a citizen in your country? Does the country really give you the right to have the best to express yourself as a civil rights? These are also the points they use. They also say order and security. How best is the country order and security is? How is your security agencies is? Is your country really much more peaceful to live in with best security? These are also part of their criteria. Okay. They also say regulatory enforcement. How does your country regulate its enforcement? How is it that when the country brings any law into effectiveness, how does it work in the country? They also say civil justice. How is the justice system in the country? How is the law making? How fair is your justice system in your country? And then lastly, criminal justice. So these are actually the points that they use to group these countries into becoming Africa's best rule of law countries in Africa. Are you surprised here? Do you think your country beats all these criteria? Or do you think your country is so best in this that they really had to be part of the list? Or do you think your country doesn't really do well with these criteria and they shouldn't have been part of the list? Under the comment section, let me see what you think. Also, they also went ahead saying that these factors scores reflect the perspectives and experience of more than 149,000 households and 3,400 legal experts around the world and are backed by a rigorous process of validation analysis. Okay, so that's what they say. They are saying that they just didn't make up these assumptions. They really had a lot of things that goes inside. They have a lot of expertise that really worked on this list to bring about this whole list. Okay, so if I have anything to check about, anything to say, I'll just show you the source. Just went on 2023 Rule of Law Justice Index and just find out more about this whole African countries with the best rule of law in Africa. Pretty simple, yeah? So simple. That's all. Alright, so there you have it. These are the criteria that they use towards mingle, named or listed these countries to become Africa's best rule of law. Okay, so we have seen it ourselves that we have South Africa being on number 5 and Ghana being on number 7. Okay, well, let's see the comment section as this post was shared, how Africans or some fellow Africans took this news. Kelvin says better. This list is legitimate and nice cause. I don't see any reason Nigeria should be there. Joe, Kevin, why are you saying this to Nigeria? Why do you think Nigeria is not supposed to be part of the African best country with the best rule of law? As a Nigerian, under the comment section, let me see why you think Kevin is right. Or as a Nigerian too, under the comment section, let me see why you think Kevin is not right. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so again, this one also came in and says, nice seeing my country, Ghana. All right, so this is a Ghanaian actually. Man is saying that he's so proud to see Ghana being part of Africa's best rule of law. And if you see it through, it's very, very good. Like a country giving its citizens the right to choose, the right to be heard, the right to be participate, and then the freedom of speech is a well-recognized government system is pretty much awesome, and it really needs to be encouraged. So I think, well, this guy being proud of the country, being named part of this is actually good and needs to be improved. All right, so to our last comment, this guy also came in and says, I think man is from South Africa. Okay, man came in and says there's no rule of law in South Africa. He came out with his points too. He says, number 1, 81 murders per day on a population of 62 million. Number 2, 15 million illegal immigrants. Number 3, corruption at an industrial scale. Number 4, Nigerians sell drugs from police vans. Number 5, every hour 10 women are raped. Please remove South Africa from the list. Well, that's a South African right here. Man is sharing his concern here. He's saying that South Africa being named or being mentioned among this is a no for him, okay? South Africa does not deserve to be there. His reasons are, number 1, 81 murders per day out of a country of population of 62 million people. Number 2 is that there are 15 million immigrants in South Africa. Bruce found it alarming. He also says that corruption at industrial scale is so high in South Africa, and Nigerians are selling drugs from police vans. How is that even possible? How is an immigrant even able to sell drugs in the South African police van? In as much as we can blame some Nigerians of doing drugs in South Africa, we can also blame some South African police service too for allowing a whole foreigner to sell drugs in the police van. How is that even possible? Damn, this is fun. And also his last point is, every hour 10 women are raped, and that's one it's sad too. That's too sad to hear that 10 women are being raped in South Africa and every hour. That's Bruce's points, okay? So he thinks that South Africa needs to be removed from this list. As a South African, what do you think about your own fellow South African points here? What do you think? And in the comment section, let me see what you think. So this has been Vidashi Studios in news in a bit, and I'm here to share with you African countries with the best rule of law, and that we had we have Rwanda number 1, Namibia number 2, number 3 Mauritius, Botswana number 4, South Africa number 5, Senegal number 6, Ghana number 7, Malawi number 8, Tunisia number 9, and then Algeria number 10. And their sources was 2023 World Justice Project Rule of Law Index, and it was shared by African Fact Zone on X. Check them out; they are too cool, and they already talks about a lot about African news. And my name is Rashi Essay, and I'm here to share with you this wonderful thing about African content, and also share with you some comments from fellow Africans what they think about this whole point. Okay, you too can also share your points under the comment section of African Facts on drop news here in a bit. My name is Rashi Essay. See you guys around. Thank you.